What's trending today? Here's Tracy and Kelly.
All right, Frank, thank you very much. So up first, trending this morning, Miss Nevada crowned Miss USA.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get to see the whole thing, so I actually didn't even see her get crowned, but of course caught up this morning.
Sure.
But the one thing that I did see was this year, the pageant, maybe to kind of get up to speed with social media, they incorporated a hashtag Save the Queen to let viewers actually vote to the state that they wanted.
I like that.
Move on to
and
the top
did they
six.
vote Miss Nevada?
Yes.
Oh, they did?
Well, no, they voted Miss Iowa.
Oh, okay.
Of course, she was in, didn't make it past that. But kind of cool. I mean, the fact that if it was during the evening gown portion.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what? I mean, all of them are so beautiful, but I think that's fun to allow people, because if you're sitting at home with a large group or just your family, or everybody has their favorites,
Yes.
So a nice way for them to kind of chime in.
Exactly, yeah. If we could pull up Apple TV, there was another girl, Miss Indiana, who also the Twitterverse loved because saying she had maybe a more normal, real body, a little bit curvier than the rest on stage. One girl put it in perspective. Thank you for looking like an average woman, Miss Indiana.
Oh, I like that.
She lives near South Bend, I believe, because I was thinking, oh, does she live near us? So a couple hours away, but you know what I say? You go, girl.
Yeah, I think that's great. Yeah, I think it sends a huge message, that you don't have to be pencil thin and perfect looking, but I mean, obviously gorgeous to be Miss Indiana, but I like that very much.
Yes. This next story is kind of funny. I don't mean to laugh, but it's honestly funny. So this guy named Chris Coularis, excuse me, he basically had this awesome setup going. Lives in New York, awesome apartment in Manhattan, dating a lovely girl, great job in PR. This is his apartment beforehand.
Wow.
Basically, his story's being shared online today because he moved in with his girlfriend and says 3 things happened. He got a little claustrophobic with all of her stuff. He couldn't sell this apartment that you see here, and he started reading a book called Ready Player One, which is basically about 1980s gaming culture. So essentially, he got so into it, he says the book blew him away, that he decided.
So this is the same apartment?
Yes. He turned it into literally the 1980s arcade room of his dreams.
And what did his girlfriend think about that?
I'm going to say, at first, first of all, he spent about $26,000 doing this. His girlfriend, he says, at first was supportive, but it sounds like the last straw was she didn't want to attend his launch party for the room and eventually returned the ring. I mean, they were engaged to get married, and it didn't work out. So it's sad. We obviously don't know them. Maybe there were more things to it, but we do know that he's left with this crazy arcade room, and I know his friends come over to game now, and
no girlfriend, but I'm sure all the men watching at home are like, yes.
That is awesome.
And thinking that's pretty cool,
I know,
right?
the Ninja Turtle sheets, I'm like, oh, nice touch, man. That was so good.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, this next video by the Seattle Symphony is being viewed a lot on YouTube because 20 years ago, Sir Mix-a-Lot came out with Baby Got Back. It's still a classic. And definitely for those, I guess, who attend the Seattle Symphony. Basically, a composer there put together a composition of the symphony playing his hit, Baby Got Back. And Sir Mix-a-Lot was there on Friday. He asked a couple ladies to get on stage and join him, and they definitely did. Let's look.
What? I like big butts and I cannot lie.
That's awesome. Can't handle this girl.
Not something you would expect to see at a symphony, right?
No, exactly.
Oh, there you go.
Like, can you imagine if you're at the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra and this is happening? I can't even handle this girl in the black dress in the front. Like, so anyhow, basically they're trying to, they have this project going, which is where they incorporate the classics, but also pop culture, so this is part of that.
I love it.
I'm like, you go, Sir Mix-a-Lot. These girls are so into it. And actually, this morning, Luminosity tickets, which is the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, they were available at 8 a.m. They were claimed. It was free tickets. You could reserve a spot for one of the 3 nights. Claimed within 13 minutes.
Gone.
Gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you weren't sitting by waiting at your keyboard, unfortunately.
Yeah, they did say that they'll post some updates on their Facebook page. The Cincinnati Pops and the orchestra will post updates on their Facebook page if you missed out on the tickets this morning and maybe you want another chance. Sounds like there'll be some more opportunities this summer.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. All right, Kelly, thanks. That's great. Coming